Hi friends, and welcome to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is looking into what it is that they show versus how it is that they are feeling. And I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy, as well as with your person's, and I will see you in a minute. Hi Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Today we are going to be looking into what it is that they show versus what it is that they're actually feeling. So the oracle cards that you have chosen are going to represent what this person is showing currently, and then we'll go ahead and pull tarot, see what's coming through in terms of how they're actually feeling. I have more oracles in case we need to get clarification on anything, and then of course at the very end we will get advice. So to start, Pile 1, when it comes to how your person is, what your person is currently showing, we have number 44, transmute, the monk/nun. The light attribute is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. And the shadow attributes are negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. We have the longhorn with the keyword being tolerate, the wolf, and we have number 49, soulmate. Okay, so what is it that this person is showing? There's 2 different things coming through, and I think the first message that's coming through is going to be for the vast majority of you that have picked this pile, and that is that this person is showing up as somebody who perhaps in the past wasn't necessarily open to connecting emotionally with you, or at least on like a deep level, wasn't really wanting to expand the level of commitment or the level of intimacy that the 2 of you were sharing. And it seems like that is something that has somewhat changed fairly recently, I would say, where suddenly this person is showing up in a way in which you would be seeing them as somebody who is actually very much so open to this connection, very much open to seeing where it goes, is showing up in a consistent way, and is being considerate of your feelings, your needs, your wants, is thinking of you rather than just themselves. And it seems like this person is showing you that they're realizing or they understand how important you are in their life. With the soulmate card here, it feels like there's definitely been a conversation, or there's at least been some serious actions towards you that would indicate that this person really is feeling as though this is a long-term thing, or is really feeling a deep feeling for you in terms of love. But I think that it might go against who you originally thought they were, or what it was that they originally had shown you. It seems like this person is showing up in a way in which, for the majority of you, this is a pleasant surprise. So for a select few of you, for like a small portion of you, if that didn't resonate, the other message that's coming through is that this is somebody who is showing up as somebody who is all in and is somewhat demanding or pushy in some capacity when it comes to their expectations of what it is that they would like you to do. It feels like this person has taken on some sort of victim mindset in a way in which they feel as though you aren't giving them as much as they are giving you in return. And this person is showing up as somebody who is all in, really wants this to go somewhere, and feels as though you may be the one who is the problem when it comes to things progressing. And if that's resonating for you, this person is really showing up in a state of tunnel vision. This person has one particular goal in mind or one particular opinion about you and is really going with it. And when I look at this wolf card, it does look like this wolf is staring very intensely, like dead on. And it feels like there's this level of intensity when it comes to how this person is interacting with you. And I almost wonder if for a very small few of you, if this person is trying to use ultimatums or threats in some sort of way in order to get what it is that they want. So two very, very different messages have come through. So it'll be interesting to see what comes through in the tarot. But that's what I'm seeing for this first portion of the reading. So if that has resonated for you, let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Okay. How is pile one's person actually feeling? How is pile one's person actually feeling? Okay, so we have the devil. How is pile one's person actually feeling? We have the 8 of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the 6 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Swords. Okay. Why is the devil here? We have Temperance and the 7 of Wands. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Why is the 8 of Cups here, Spirit? Please clarify the 8 of Cups. We have the 9 of Cups. Why is the King of Wands here? We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Emperor. Why is the 6 of Swords here? We have the Queen of Swords. And why is the 9 of Swords here? Okay. The 6 of Cups. And then on the back of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. This is interesting. It feels a bit chaotic. That's the first thing that's coming through. All of these cards together is giving me a very chaotic energy or a very turbulent type of energy. It feels like this person is really almost at war with themselves is kind of what I'm picking up on. Especially if the first portion of this reading resonated in terms of this being somebody who perhaps wasn't necessarily open to something more in the beginning. It feels like that is something that they're still currently having some sort of battle within themselves with. And there's a really deep desire here on your person's end to kind of take a break almost from their thoughts, to take a step back from what it is that their mind is replaying over and over and over again, and give themselves like a breath. They want to take a break from all of the thoughts that are spinning around in their mind on a constant basis when it comes to this connection. They feel definitely like with the 4 of Pentacles being the bottom of the deck energy, this person definitely feels very self-protective. This person does not feel as open and trusting as perhaps they're showing, especially if you resonated with the first person that I was talking about. Obviously with the second person, this this person does feel very self-protective, feels very reserved, is keeping their heart somewhat closed off. But there's recognition here. I think it's interesting that we had this soulmate card come out, because the Six of Cups is also a card of soulmates. And then the soulmate card, the Six of Cups, was clarifying this Nine of Swords. There's recognition here, like on an emotional level, that they recognize that you are somebody very, very special. This isn't something that they are just putting on. It's not a show. It is a true feeling that they're feeling. But with that comes the awareness that this became a whole lot more complicated for them because of how important you are. I think, though, if you resonated with the second person, it feels like they are very concerned that they aren't going to have some sort of happy ending with you. Things aren't going to play out the way in which they had envisioned. I'm going to go ahead and pull some oracles for the Devil. Please clarify the Devil, Temperance, and the Seven of Wands. We have consciousness. Why is the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups here? We have space. And why is the King of Wands, Nine of Wands, and Emperor here? Trust. Okay. Your person has become aware of the things that they themselves do that limit themselves. They've become aware of the things that are holding them back from true happiness. And it's something that I think it almost feels to them like using their left hand when they're right-handed. It's something that they know they can do, but it's really uncomfortable to step outside of what it is that they're used to, even if it is something that's making them unhappy. And that's something that they're really at odds with right now within themselves. If you're resonating with the other person, the second person, it feels like they are very much so. There's resistance as well, but it feels like a different kind of resistance. It feels like there's a resistance to being aware of the shadows and of the things that are holding them back, rather than a resistance to trying to change their behavior. And I think that with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups and then space here, your person feels overwhelmed. And they feel overwhelmed because they recognize that this is something that they truly want with you. And they don't know how to process this truth. And there's a great desire here to create some distance between the two of you while they sort this out. But at the end of the day, even though there are a lot of fears here, it feels like your person knows what it is that they want and is not too afraid to suddenly cower and stop trying. This person seems like they're acknowledging their fears, they're feeling their fears, but they're not going to let their fears control them. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile one. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice, see what comes through. What advice is there for pile 1 when it comes to this connection? What advice is there for pile 1 when it comes to this connection? Okay, so we have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. That's literally what we were just talking about. And I think that this card is going to resonate differently depending on which side of the story you're on. I think for those of you who you feel deeply that your person is truly aware of their fears, aware of the things that are holding them back, and is wanting to push past that, it feels like this is confirmation. However, if it's the other person and you feel as though this person is resistant to looking in the mirror rather than to making the changes that they see need to be made, this is a reminder that if there's any fear of walking away from this, it should not dictate the decision that you need to make based on what your heart and your soul is saying to you in terms of your own self-love. Let's keep going. We have surrender. I can release my need to control. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay, pile 1. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you. If you're interested, please feel free to join the channel membership and get access to all of my extended videos. And if you're interested in a private reading, I do those as well. The link is in the description box of this video. Bye! Hi, pile 2. So today's pick a card reading is looking into what it is that they show versus what it is that they're actually feeling. And these oracles here that you've chosen are going to indicate what it is that your person is currently showing. We'll pull tarot to see how it is that they're feeling. I have oracles as well set to the side just in case I need clarification on anything. And then of course we will get advice at the very end. So when it comes to what it is that your person is showing currently, we have number 10, home. We have the visionary. The light attributes are capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And the shadow attributes are selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. We have hummingbird, and we have whale with the keyword being emote. Your person is showing you, when it comes to what they're showing, this person seems to be a very securely attached person, is what I would say. This person seems to be very much so comfortable in their skin, very much so comfortable in their communication skills and communicating how it is that they're feeling and experiencing those feelings. This person seems to be very much so somebody who's present and somebody who is truly enjoying living life. Like they see life as a miracle, each day as a new opportunity, something very exciting, something very wonderful. This person definitely seems like somebody who's very happy. And also I would say someone who allows others the same space to experience life and themselves in this person's presence as well. Like this person just seems to be so secure in themselves that it helps others feel secure and safe as well. It does feel like the person on your mind is showing you that they are not fearful of commitment of any kind or of thinking of the future. This isn't somebody who is showing up on a whim or for something short term. It feels like this person is showing you that they are very much so invested in the future with you. And I feel like this is more than likely a conversation that the two of you have had. This could also be with the visionary and home here. What this could be indicating as well is that this may be like a conversation that you recently had, or it may be a milestone that you recently reached together, in which the two of you are deciding whether or not you should move in together, or deciding whether or not the two of you should take a really big move or trip together. That doesn't have to be for all of you, but it is something that's showing up. And I feel very strongly like, regardless of whether or not this has happened between the two of you, your person has kind of shown you that it's not something that would scare them if the time came for that to happen. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead, pile 2, and look into tarot and see what it is that this person is feeling. What is pile 2's person feeling? Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles. What is pile 2's person feeling? We have the 9 of Swords. The 8 of Wands. The 4 of Swords. The Devil. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here, Spirit? Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? We have the Ace of Cups. Why is the 9 of Swords here? We have the 9 of Wands. Why is the 8 of Wands here? We have the 6 of Pentacles. Why is the 4 of Swords here? We have Justice. And why is the Devil here? We have the Tower. And on the back of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. Right off the bat, I'm going to get some oracles just for this Devil and the Tower card, and we'll see what else comes through. Please clarify the Devil and the Tower. Ideation. So there are a couple of things coming through. One thing is like, I mean, with the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, it makes me wonder if for some of you, you two are no longer in contact, or the two of you have just rekindled things. I feel like it's more than likely the two of you are currently rekindling things, and there's joy in that. However, for the majority of you, with this 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, what it feels like is there is this overwhelming feeling of love that kind of makes them feel like the message that's coming through is like, there's this overwhelming feeling of love that's so strong that it makes them want to cry. And I don't necessarily know if it's because this person is sad, but more so because there's such big feelings here. And I do think that there is what they've been showing you when it comes to them being somebody who's very secure in themselves. It's not what's showing up here. This person feels very much so insecure in several different ways. There's a feeling of being inadequate, of like not necessarily being able to either provide or being like a partner that you could be proud of, or there's this insecurity here of them seeing you as somebody who could truly go through life or be successful without them and not feel any sort of, like, I think there's concern here that you could potentially not feel a loss from them having left. I also feel like it does feel like there is a lot of insecurity here around, perhaps not necessarily like them as like when it comes to their heart space or their attachment, but rather their accomplishments, whether those are financial or whether or not it's things that they can say they've completed. Whatever the case may be, I think for some of you, your person feels subpar or just doesn't necessarily feel the greatest about themselves. However, it's not necessarily a reflection on how they feel about you, but it is something that could potentially affect the connection that the two of you share. I'm going to get some more. Why is the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles here? Anger. And why is the Four of Swords and Justice here? I wonder if it feels like this person feels rejected in some sort of way. And I don't know if it has to do with, you know, how we were talking earlier about you potentially having had a conversation with this person about moving in together or traveling. It feels like whatever the case may be, whether or not this is like actually moving in together or traveling, or if there was just some sort of conversation that took place recently, it feels like this person doesn't feel as though you two shared equally or gave equally to the conversation in some sort of way, and there's concern here. And it feels like they feel like maybe I'm sorry, Joplin is drinking water and it's distracting me. Hey Joplin, what do you think? Are you done? No? Okay, you go for it, girl. Stay hydrated. Like maybe they didn't. God, she's really distracting me. I don't know if you can hear it. I get the feeling that your person feels like almost embarrassed, or like they had an aha moment where perhaps the two of you weren't necessarily on the same page or aren't necessarily on the same page. Like you might not feel as deeply for them as they do for you, and it's something that was revealed in a conversation that the two of you shared, or in a decision that you've made, and it feels like this is something that has come as quite a shock to them, and they're kind of questioning their reality, or they're questioning their own judgment. I think your person seems like they're not, when it comes to what they show versus what they feel, it doesn't feel like they're in alignment. This person doesn't seem, based on what's showing up here, as somebody who is actually communicating the difficult things that they're feeling, even though they are portraying themselves as someone who does. Yeah. That's what I'm going to leave it with. Those are the messages coming through. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile 2 when it comes to this connection? So we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And we have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. It feels like what I'm seeing in these cards, obviously take them how they resonate for you, but based on what I'm seeing, the message that's coming through is that you can, the decisions that you're making, the choices that you're making, the truths that you're sharing are in fact in alignment with who you are. They're in alignment with where it is that you're meant to be. And it's important to not allow others to cast doubt or discourage the things that truly make your heart sing, your soul sing, whatever the case may be. It feels like there is a message here to trust yourself, and to not allow outside influences to kind of hold you back from that trust. Obviously take them as they resonate for you first and foremost, but that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 2. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you today, and I hope that I will see you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking into what it is that they show versus how they actually feel. So the oracle cards that you have chosen are going to represent what it is that they're currently showing. And then afterwards we'll pull tarot. I also have another oracle deck set to the side just in case we're going to need clarification on anything. And then of course we'll get advice at the very end. So when it comes to what your person is showing, pile 3, we have number 32, the healer. We have destroyer. The light attributes are releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. And the shadow attributes are intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. We have the sea serpent, and we have death's head moth, with the keyword being imitate. Okay, so what is it that your person is showing, pile 3? It seems like your person is somebody who is going through some really positive transformations or has recently gone through some really positive transformations. And these transformations seem to be contributing to this person feeling more comfortable in their own skin or in their feelings or in what it is that they want out of life. There's much more authenticity here than perhaps there was in the past. It feels like with death's head moth here, this person may have been living life for someone else or for other people, or in order to be like living life to be perceived in a certain way. And it feels like this person is reaching a point of freedom from that. And with that comes the ability to connect with people in a more authentic way as well. And it feels like this person is really showing up in this connection in a way in which you can trust. You can trust that this person is showing you who they are truly. It feels like this person has left no room for the imagination or no room for confusion or misinterpretation when it comes to what it is that they're feeling or what it is that they desire in terms of love, in terms of just their future and how they want to share it with another person. I would even say that for some of you, it's quite possible that this person has currently cut ties with people as well as with things that they're recognizing have been holding them back. This person seems to be going through a chapter in their life in which they are burning bridges. And it's different than them wanting to burn bridges because they don't want to face reality, or they don't want to face the consequences of something, or they don't want to acknowledge their own faults or have a difficult conversation. It's not like that. This is the energy of somebody who's burning bridges because nothing in that relationship, whether it's with a person or an organization or whatever it is serving them. It's not serving them. And they're ready to, this person seems to be ready to embrace the things that truly bring them joy. There may even be some revelations that this person has revealed to you or has finally been open about when it comes to events or things from the past that have potentially held them back or harmed them. And there's been a release of some kind in releasing that secret or that hurt that perhaps they were holding on all on their own, like holding on to this burden without asking for help. And it seems like if that's something that's resonating for you, this person is moving past that. This person is becoming more open to sharing their history, sharing their story. Yeah, so if that resonates, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that, pile 3. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on into what it is that they're actually feeling. I had to pause the recording for a minute because Lily was trying to knock something over. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. What is it that pile 3's person is feeling? Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 2 of Wands, the Chariot. We have the 10 of Swords. Why is the 5 of Wands reversed, Spirit? Please clarify the 5 of Wands. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? We have the 6 of Swords. Why is the 2 of Wands here? We have the 7 of Cups. Why is the Chariot here? We have the 9 of Cups. And why is the 10 of Swords here? We have the King of Swords. And on the back of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So it feels like what this person has been showing you is truly in alignment with what it is that they're actually feeling on the inside. This person does not want to... It almost feels like in the past, this person may have been competing with others in a sense. Like maybe they were competing or really challenging themselves in terms of what society's standards are, or they were not feeling as though they were enough just by being who they truly were. And it feels like they've kind of come into their own. They've stepped into their own personal power, and they feel very, very much so comfortable in this connection with you. They feel very secure. I would say they also feel empowered. And I mean this in the sense of they don't feel like they're wandering around aimlessly, or like this connection is a placeholder, or this connection is a way to pass the time. It doesn't feel like that. Whereas perhaps in the past, this person has gone through connections in that kind of way. It feels like this person is taking a much more active approach when it comes to how they want to approach connecting with you. They don't feel as though this connection is leading nowhere. There's a lot of future oriented mindset here that this person feels, when it comes to you. And what they're recognizing, what they're understanding about what this future holds for them with you is that you and this connection are exactly what it is that they've been hoping for. And they want to go directly to it. There's no confusion here for this person. And I think that there's a realization on their end that perhaps in the past, the reason why it was so hard to choose a route is because none of the options that were ever presented were the right one until you came along. It feels like because this person is living in such a state of being true to who they are, that it's much easier to recognize when what's good for them comes along. I think there's an understanding or a feeling on this person's end of their ego not having a place here, or their ego not needing to be the main contributor to how they approach you, how they approach life. Based on the cards, it seems like this person has a very realistic perspective on relationships. And even though they're recognizing, or they know deep within themselves that this is a connection that they truly want to see in the distant future, they want to see it last and progress and grow, they also recognize that good things take time, and there's no need to rush this. And not only that, but they may not necessarily feel confident enough in themselves to know that they are showing up in the right way in terms of being like a good partner, or in terms of, I think that this might be something that's somewhat new to them. And they're very much so open to this, but that doesn't mean that suddenly they're a professional in something that they've never really experienced before. Let's see if there's anything that I missed. Whoops. Okay. So we have confidence. That wanted to come out. Is there anything that I missed? We have rejection. Okay, we have hunger, stop, and pain. And when I pulled these, I was asking why this rejection card is here. I should have said that out loud, but I'm gonna put those there. And then I want one more, please. Is there anything that I missed? We have anger. It's very interesting. It feels like with the rejection card here, and then hunger, stop, and pain, it feels like your person is in a place where they no longer feel as though they have to accept things that they don't actually want to accept. It's just a further confirmation to me that they feel much more genuine. They're coming from a much more genuine place. And with that comes the ability to feel good about themselves, to be able to look at themselves in the mirror and know that they're living a life that they want to live. I'm going to pull one more for the anger card. Why is anger here? We have happiness. I get the feeling that your person feels as though they found peace. And I think that this comes from perhaps you even accepting them for who they are. And I think that the anger card that's coming through here has more so to do with something that needed to be released. Like when you're not living your true desires, when you're not living like the truth of what it is that you want, it can cause a lot of anger, a lot of depression, and it feels like it's something that's been released at this point. Or is at least in the process of being released. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get some advice. What advice is there for pile 3 when it comes to this connection? Okay, so we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. The cards to me, what I'm seeing is that if you are feeling anxious, or if you are feeling as though, if you don't feel necessarily secure or confident that this person is in this connection wholeheartedly, for instance, if there's with worry here, I get the feeling that for a lot of you, there's some anxiety around this connection. And based on this grief and friendship card, it feels like your guides are wanting you to know that some things that this person might be showing or presenting or acting on don't necessarily have anything to do with you. They don't necessarily have anything to do with how this person feels about you, how they see you, what they think you're worth. It has more so to do with something going on within them that needs to be addressed. And the message, the overall message that I'm sensing here is not to take it personally. Of course, take those cards as they resonate for you, but that's what I'm seeing. But thank you so much, pile 3, for giving me this chance to read for you. And hopefully I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye. Hi, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking into what it is that they show versus what it is that they're actually feeling. And the oracle cards that you guys have chosen are going to represent what it is that they're showing. We'll pull tarot to see what it is that they're feeling. I have oracles set to the side just in case we need clarification on anything. And then, of course, we'll get advice at the very end. So, when it comes to what your person is showing you, pile 4, we have number 38, Veiled. Samaritan. The light attribute is refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And the shadow attribute is exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. We also have the Rabbit. And we have the Goose, with the keyword being aggressive. Okay. So this person feels very elusive or evasive. They feel like an enigma. I get the feeling that you don't necessarily know a whole lot about them on a deep level, or you probably want to, but it feels like this person is holding you as well as other people at an arm's length. And it seems like they come across as somebody who is very kind, and there's probably some really special, there's gold within this person's heart that other people can pick up on, and yet this person doesn't necessarily want anyone to get close to them. It feels like everything is very surface level for them, and perhaps it's only when it comes to talking about themselves. I get the feeling that this person is probably more than happy to talk with others that they care about what's going on in their friends and their family and their loved ones' lives, and really have those deep, heartfelt conversations, have those intimate conversations with others where others are vulnerable. But it doesn't seem like this person is somebody who is in a place of vulnerability. This person seems to be very much so avoidant when it comes to allowing others to see what's beneath the surface, and somewhat standoffish, defensive. This seems like it's somebody who has a deep fear of being hurt, pile 4, and of perhaps assuming that others' intentions are not well-meaning. There's like a suspiciousness here, and with that comes a self-protective stance. There's more than what you see with this person, and it's something that is pretty evident, pretty apparent, but it's not something that has been brought to the light. So if that resonates, let's go ahead and look into how they feel. How does pile 4's person actually feel? Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords. How does pile 4's person actually feel? We have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. How do they actually feel? We have the Star. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Oh, okay. The High Priestess came out. Why is the 7 of Cups here? We have the 9 of Swords. Why is the 5 of Wands here? We have the Queen of Swords. Why is the 10 of Cups here? We have the Magician. And why is the Star here? We have the Tower. And on the back of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, and before I get started, I also want to get some oracles to clarify a few things. Why is the 7 of Swords and the High Priestess here? And why is the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Swords here? You have sadness. Okay. Okay. So what it is that they're showing you, what it is that they're showing you is very much so in alignment with how it is that they're feeling. You know, I was picking up on this feeling of them having a heart of gold, and it's something that people can pick up on, but it's something that they keep very closed off to others. And it almost feels like this has to do with the fact that this person doesn't trust themselves to make the right decision. They don't trust themselves in terms of what it is that they want, what it is that they desire. They don't trust their intuition. And their intuition is telling them that, like, this is a really, really special connection, especially with the 6 of Cups here. This person cares very deeply for you. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of warm feelings here, but it's something that they don't express. And it's based in this fear that they have of themselves. Not necessarily of other people hurting them, but of them making the wrong decision and ending up hurt because of that. And because of this, they feel like they're at odds with themselves in terms of them wanting to remain logical versus what it is that their heart and what it is that their intuition is telling them. And because they are at odds with this, because they're at battle with themselves, there's recognition here that this is not bringing them joy. Them resisting what it is that they want is not bringing them joy. It's bringing them a great deal of sadness, of unhappiness. And there's recognition here that when they are with you, they feel very much so confident in themselves, confident in you. There's so much joy here, so much happiness. But at the same time, it's like there's fear here that if they were to allow themselves to have this wish come true, it would destroy them if it didn't turn out the way in which they had hoped. It feels like they have a great need to control everything. And when it comes to relationships, that's not possible. We can't control others. We can only control ourselves. And so they're doing a lot of like controlling of themselves, but it's coming from like their ego rather than from what it is that their heart is telling them. Let's see if anything else comes through. Is there anything that I've missed? Is there anything that I've missed, Spirit, when it comes to how this person feels? Okay, we have faith. Growth came out. Is there anything that I missed? And we have flow. They recognize that if they don't allow things to unfold naturally, if they don't allow themselves to flow with how they're feeling, if they don't give themselves a little bit of grace and confidence in their decisions, it's going to stunt their own growth as well as the growth of this connection. There's awareness of this. There's understanding of the controlling nature that they're, or the controlling cycle that they're currently in, and how it's not really serving them or this connection. There's awareness. That's what I'm seeing though, pile 4. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile 4 when it comes to this connection? We have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Envy. I am the same as everybody but with different challenges. And failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I think if you have been wondering whether or not there is a third party or if there is something else that's holding them back, with envy here, it feels like the message is that that's not the case. And there's still a lot of opportunity here if this is something that you want. I think that it will depend on your situation individually to decide whether or not this is something that you do want to continue to pursue, or whether or not this is something that you want to take a lesson from and move forward. But yeah, that's everything that I have for you guys today, pile 4. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you. And hopefully I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye!